Ooh, that's a better fish. The best fish of the day, that's for sure. Look how fat that fish is. Oh, this is a nice one. This is a nice one. Very good one for this pond. Got one right there. He seems decent. Dude, another good fish. Hey guys, Aaron from Aaron's Outdoor, and in today's video I'm going to be doing some fishing with some bigger swim baits, at least what I would call bigger swim baits. Now there's definitely some fishermen out there that fish with like, you know, giant like 8-inch swim baits and you know, catch a ton of big bass on those, but I'm kind of just your average fisherman. I typically fish with like 3-inch like little finesse swim baits, and those catch me a ton of fish, but most of the time they catch me a bunch of smaller fish. So I'm hoping with these bigger swim baits I'll be able to get into a bigger fish or two. And I've got 2 swim baits that I'll be using in this video. The first one I have shown a little bit on the channel before, and it is this Optimum Baits Boom Boom line-thru swim bait. This is the 4-inch version and the 0.85 ounce size, so it's a decent little, you know, fairly beefy swim bait. It's, you know, 4 inches long, like I said, and I've only caught 1 fish on this so far. I caught like a 1.5 pound smallmouth out of the Hiawassee River, so that wasn't a bad fish. You know, it was the biggest fish I caught that day, and I think it can definitely draw a bigger bite. And the next swim bait I have right here is a swim bait I've never used before. I haven't even made a cast with this thing yet. I just got it out of the package, but this is the Megabass Magdraft swim bait in the 5-inch size. Now this Magdraft, I'm pretty sure comes in like a 6-inch, an 8-inch, and I think even a 10-inch. So compared to those, this is a pretty small one, but it's still, like I said, you know, a lot bigger than the swim baits I'm used to using. So I think this could definitely get a bigger bite too. And I don't know if I've already mentioned this, but it's 5 inches and it's 3/4 of an ounce, so it actually weighs a little bit less than that other 4-inch swim bait. But anyway, now I'm gonna get out on the canoe and do some fishing. So now it's time to see what the action is in this swim bait. It looks pretty good. This is the Megabass Magdraft. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Got one on it, man. On the big swim bait. There we go. All right, so this fish isn't very big. He's probably less than a pound, honestly. But he bit the big swim bait. He's a fat little healthy fish. All right, well this is the first fish we got on that swim bait, and it's not that big of a fish. I mean, you know, he's like 2/3 of a pound. He is a fat little, you know, little healthy fish, but I mean, that's a good sign though. Even though it's not a big one, it does give me confidence that I'll still be able to catch like a lot of fish on it. Got one right there. Man, it's another small one. Well, I got him. I skipped under that tree a bunch of times. Now this swim bait you can skip, which so far is really nice. I do have like my Shimano Corrado DC, which is like, you know, my digitally controlled reel. That does help with me skipping with a bait caster, I think, but that's really nice. It's like a, you know, nice, pretty big profile, so it's kind of easy to skip along this like flat body. But man, that's tiny. I mean, that's how aggressive these bass are. This is a 5-inch bait. This is a 1/2 pound bass, and they'll still go after it and you know, try to eat it. So really now I'm thinking like, might need to try some even bigger swim baits. Like I think I'm definitely gonna get the 6-inch Magdraft swim bait after, you know, just fishing with this for like 20 minutes and catching 2 little tiny bass in the 5-inch. Well, that little guy was trying to get a big meal. That was about 1/3 of his body size probably, but anyway, there he goes. Oh, one's got it. You must have gotten it like on the fall or something. You are kidding me, dude. This is crazy. I'm catching tiny bass on this big old swim bait. And this one, I really don't know what he was thinking. Look at this. I totally thought I would weed out small ones like this by fishing with it. But man, he tried to eat that. I don't even know that would fit inside of him. Probably not, because he's so tiny. Oh, no! I saw one bite it right there, dude. He wasn't too big. He might have been the biggest one yet, though. Oh my gosh, one got it. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that's a better fish. The best fish of the day, that's for sure. Dude, it was just like sitting there. This was just like sitting there, and this is a better fish. At least he's over a pound. Maybe, well, he's about a pound, but still, best fish of the day. And that was weird. I had just casted it out, had a little bird's nest I was fixing, and this is the second fish I've caught like that, where I've cast it out, it's just kind of been sitting there. And I think I got this one after I started reeling again. Maybe that's how I got the last fish too, but this is a good sign. I mean, I had one bite over there a second ago that I didn't get, but there we go. Yeah, he's just about a pound. He's not very big, but at least he's the best one of the day. Hopefully we'll get some fish a good bit bigger than that. So I saw this fish eat it. Yeah, there we go. First one on this Optimum Baits Swimbait. There we go. And that's probably the best fish of the day, or this video. It's actually 2 days later. So I thought I might end up filming this video over the course of a few days. And I didn't even fish with it at all yesterday. I didn't fish that much yesterday. So far, the average fish on the Optimum Baits is bigger than the average fish on that Megabass. And this Optimum Baits has such good action. The tail kicking action looks amazing. So I'm gonna keep using it a little more and hopefully catch some more fish on it. Got one. Off the edge of the island. Feels bigger. It's not very big, but it might be better. There we go. The edge of that island. I always cast the edge of that island. So I've caught some big fish there before. This one's not too big, but there we go. It might be improving now. I mean, I don't know. He's about as big as the last one. So we did catch some major dinks on the Megabass one, but this swimbait seems like it's a little fatter, so maybe this one's actually weeding through the really small fish. I mean, this is another like pounder. Not a bad fish. He's probably at least like 14 inches. Not a terrible fish. Still no big ones. That one seemed like it might have been a big one for a second. Oh, got one. Is it a fish? Oh, it actually might be a nice one. This one definitely feels bigger. I mean, I can't tell. Oh yeah, this is bigger, I think. Seems a lot bigger. Oh, this is a nice one. This is a nice one. Very good one for this pond. Not too good, but he's like at least a 2-pounder. Ooh, there we go, dude. This is the biggest fish I've caught out of this pond in a while. So at least the swim bait's catching bigger ones. This guy's probably at least 2 pounds. Yeah, that's a good fish. He is short and fat. Actually, I don't even know. He's like, 16-inch football. Look how fat that fish is. That is crazy. So, yeah, he's probably about 2 pounds. I mean, that's a good one for this pond. I don't even know. Like, he should be like 1.5 pounds, but he's just so dang fat. He's probably like 2. All right, I just put new batteries in my scale, so better work. All right, there we go. I think if you leave this scale on, it just drains the battery. I did that another fishing trip recently, so I couldn't weigh a decent fish I got. Oh yeah, 2 pounds, 6 ounces is what it says. Let's see, I might weigh him again, just to double check. Yep, 2 pounds, 6 ounces. It's basically a 2.5 pounder. Not a bad fish. All right, there we go. There's the one last view of that fish. This is pretty exciting. I mean, this is the biggest fish I've caught out of this pond in a while. The biggest fish I've caught out of this pond, or bass, I mean, was 3 pounds on the dot. So this is pretty close to it. Only 10 ounces off. So far, it definitely seems like that Optimum Baits Swimbait is bringing out bigger fish than the Megabass. Even though it's shorter, it's just really fat, a bit of a beefier swimbait, and the tail action is much better. That's what I was gonna say. Ooh, and he was ready to go. Got one right there. How big is he? Oh my, I can't even see the fish. He's fighting hard though. Seems like another decent fish. He seems decent. Oh, come on, fish. Dude, another good fish. Another good fish. He's not that big or giant or anything, but he might be 1.5 pounds. He's really fat. Yeah, he's not bad. Dang, I love it. The way these fish, like when they hit this swim bait, it just feels like so much weight. I think there's just a ton of resistance between this big swim bait being on the line plus the weight of the fish. But yeah, he's fat. All right, well, he might not be 1.5 pounds. He might just be more like 1.25 pounds. I'll weigh him. We'll see. Maybe he'll be like, well, no, I think he's probably 1.5 pounds. Because he's pretty chunky. He's a chunky little guy too. And I caught him pretty close to where I caught that last fish. It is like a couple hours later. I took a little break. You probably have noticed that. I also have my bathing suit on now instead of my shorts. Let's see. 1 pound 11 ounces. Yeah, that's bigger than 1.5 pounds. We'll redo it one more time just to make sure. 1 pound 11 ounces. So he's about 1.75 pounds. All right, well, I'm running into this bush. Chloe, no. Anyway, so I'm gonna release this guy. Ooh, there he goes. All right, well, I just got off the water and I ended up fishing for a little bit over an hour there at the end. And I only caught that one fish that was about 1.75 pounds, so wasn't a bad fish, but I actually caught it 2 minutes into fishing and didn't catch anything for the next little over an hour. But I did at least get a few more bites and follows from some smaller fish, but I think that Optimum Baits Swimbait really kind of weeds out the really small fish, which is kind of why I like it better than the Megabass Swimbait, because not only did I weed out the smaller fish, but I caught some bigger fish with it. So if I were to recommend to y'all one swim bait, it would definitely be that Optimum Baits line-thru swim bait. I'll have a link for it in the description of this video, and I'll put a link to the Megabass one as well if you want to try that one out. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. But I'll catch y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching.